Hello, gamers! It's time for us to have a little update. Now, normally I don't read patch notes for a video, but Cyberpunk 2077 is an exceptional game. It's one of those games where I had to eat crow. And I'm going to be honest with you, I hyped this game up for years on end saying it was going to be great. I personally did hype it up for myself. And while there was a time that I sort of, died it down a little bit, I kept my expectations low. The game came out and it was a far cry from its original, 47-minute reveal. Of course, I can't blame him. Everything was subject to change. I guess maybe almost every aspect of the Deus Ex mechanic the game had. Now, of course, I'm always hopeful for a rebound. Everyone loves a positive underdog rebound story. I don't know if underdog's so applicable, but I always want this game to bounce back. In fact, I want any game to bounce back. No Man's Sky was a game that came out terribly at launch, and you know what happened to it? It came up being one of the best, most addictive video games imaginable. Fallout 76 is a game that came out at launch, and it was absolutely abysmal. And it's good now, I guess. Cyberpunk 2077, in all honesty, is a game that I've almost 100%ed. I have over 150 hours in this game, and I guess if anyone's qualified enough to talk about this, it would be, I would say that having over 50 hours in a video game makes you relative, at least you're allowed to say if the game is good or bad or whatever. Now, for the most part, I've played through the story almost twice. I'm at the last moment again on PlayStation 5, and with PC, I finished it around the first weekend. Now, of course, it was filled with bugs, glitches, and whatnot. So I guess my first, playthrough of it was technically marred with a unfinished game. But Cyberpunk has come back. All the backlash has basically, forced CD Projekt Red to start giving a crap about their game, to the point where they're now giving us patch 1.2 development insight. Yes, we are on the big 1.2 patch that we were shown in that first apology video they made. Now, of course, after patch 1.2, they're going to give us free DLCs and maybe update the game for the next generation systems, which are now the current generation systems. What a world we live in. Now, I want to show you a couple things that have left me a bit hurting inside, let me tell you. Now, of course, number one was the police response of Cyberpunk 2077. If you played the game for longer than 5 minutes and you killed one civilian, all of NCPD would spawn behind you and absolutely leave you in a crater. Now, this is obviously unrealistic, unless you live in the most ghetto section in the world with the most financed police unit, which maybe NCPD is like that. Nobody spawns behind somebody. 5 people do not spawn behind you in the bathroom and waste you. And it wasn't just me having this issue. It was 100% of the player base having this issue as well. Now, I thought it was pretty obvious in open world games that police systems were pretty much well thought out by. Grand Theft Auto 3 pretty much brought that. Grand Theft Auto 1 brought that out, hardcore. Now, I don't even want to bring this into question. Let's go look at what they updated. NCPD quick response time? You heard right. NCPD response time is under fire from concerned night citizens. If it's anything to respect out of CD Projekt Red, it's the fucking marketing. Now, before they used to spawn, this is the updated. Just watch this, okay? I'm gonna slash that up into 1440p mode so you can see it in glory. Ooh, okay, all right. We're gonna kill a okay, we got a civilian out now. Let's see where the NCPD spawns. Okay, we're gonna look behind us. They still spawn. Okay, all right. I give up. I give 11 seconds. You fucking lost me. If you're gonna look real closely. Well, it didn't immediately spawn, but basically what happened was right behind you, there was a drone. All right, this drone is, I would say, on average, 5 feet behind the player base, and it spawned, it went full activated, and it tried to wipe you. I don't know if it spawned necessarily, maybe they fixed the culling thing, but look at that, NCPD. Look at where the NCPD is now. They're just literally across the street. They literally spawned across the street. I'm not even fucking kidding with you. Oh my god! You can still see them kind of spawning on the railings. It's fucking insane. They increased the spawn rate distance. Kind of getting there, I guess. I was expecting things like maybe police chases and whatnot, but, we got to give them credit where credit is due. Am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, when I think about, police spawning and things like that, there are games, and I'm not going to make the obvious comparison, GTA 5, because that really rustles some jimmies, but there used to be a game that I really loved when I was growing up called Driver Parallel Lines. If you've never played it, give yourself some time away to play it. It's an old PS2 game. I'm pretty sure it's on Steam somewhere, but if you play Driver Parallel Lines, you know, police response should be like that game, where if you shoot a gun in the middle of nowhere, cars actually show up. Like, police actually shows up to investigate the scene. I think it's actually superior than GTA 5, because GTA 5 is like, you could shoot a gun with a suppressor in the middle of nowhere, and somehow you'd have a 3-star wanted rating. Like, holy fuck, the FIB would climb down on you like no tomorrow. But when I look at Cyberpunk, it's like the absolute non-existent form of police AI, especially for a game that's all about being... Especially for a game that's about being a mercenary in this futuristic city of the dark, I would expect the police to actually be existent. Honestly, 95... I would enjoy this game 9,000% more if I could get into a police chase with the various amounts of supercars that I can buy in the game. I think that would be a very good thing. And hopefully, beyond patch 1.2 that might get introduced, maybe this is just a start. Again, these aren't the only few things that they're adding, so, you know, maybe going forward. So the next thing they added here was a steering sensitivity option, which makes either it makes the steering a little bit more snappy or not. It's really up to the player. So I actually am okay with this. I like more options. I actually never found this to be an issue in the core game. But then again, I am a degenerate that loves GTA 4's driving model. So I'm probably not the perfect person to ask in this situation. I usually operate against the norms when it comes to driving in video games. But yeah, I guess that's all right. That's kind of cool, I guess. Rock and roll for racers. It's not a new genre for music. The brand new rock and roll subsystem will allow any unfortunate street racer who missed a turn to end up stuck on a pile of garbage to quickly get back on track. All right, wait ready. You're going to come when you see this. Is your car stuck? Well, let's see how they get us over here. Do they got a little unstuck mechanic going on? Wait, with patch 1.2, they're going to allow you to rock the car. Just watch. It's going to be like a pinball machine. Wait. I mean, you know, I got to be honest with you. I've had this happen once in a supercar, and I'm glad, I guess, they implemented the feature. It seems like very minor stuff so far in comparison to the overall issues of the game. I figured in Night City 1.2 patch, they would introduce, you know, a better form of AI, but it's really not where... I actually hope they would fix the traffic AI system, because if you look at Cyberpunk's traffic AI system, it's almost non-fucking existent, to be honest with you. Most other games' traffic systems are, in fact, far superior, so I figured that might be more important than the, you know, rock and roll feature or whatever, or the steering sensitivity. Dodge on double tapping a movement key can be turned off in the control settings. Wait a minute. It should now be more feasible to move WASD boundings around the key. You're joking with me. The patch actually introduces keyboard button. No way. I love how all the footage is just PC. Like, I think it's deathly afraid to show console footage because it still needs a bit of an upgrade. That's what you're joking. You're actually joking. Oh boy, you're joking. You're kidding with me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned today? We've learned that Cyberpunk 2077 is on its way. And thankfully, to the backlash and the pressure that CD Projekt Red received, rightfully so, I might add, you know, everything besides the obvious, you know, fucked up individuals giving these people death threats who should be absolutely condemned by the gaming population, 100%. But as far as the genuine backlash of an unfinished, undeserving game, I feel like anybody who says that gamers are entitled in this situation don't understand that when you pay $60 for a product that is so grossly misadvertised, there needs to be some sort of a response to it, and I'm glad Cyberpunk 2077 isn't being abandoned. Obviously, they're patching the game. Now, some of the patches I'm going to laugh at because, quite honestly with you, I feel like a lot of these problems are barely scratching the surface of what's there. The game definitely needs a full restructuring of its story and campaign missions because, quite honestly, you know, when I hyped this game up as initially being Deus Ex, I'd only really played the prologue. Once you get past the prologue, the game is a linear pile, and it definitely, if you're going to make a game that feels very Deus Ex-ish in the beginning, you need to carry it all the way through. honestly, if that's what the game was, we'd be jerking ourselves off to no end. When it comes to police and vehicle response and traffic systems and artificial intelligence in general, I can't wait for that to finally be added into the game, because currently it is fucking non-existent. As far as these quality of life enhancements, congratulations, we're all getting there so far. So, am I going to have my stick up Cyberpunk 2077's asshole anytime soon? Absolutely. Like I said before, I'm going to be monitoring this game as the days pass, because I want to see an upgrade. I want to see this game succeed. And the only way it's going to succeed is if we gamers give the proper feedback to CD Projekt Red. Good job so far, but you got a ways to get there. And as far as the police system is concerned, spawning 10 feet further from me is not the fucking solution. We want them to actually feel like they're part of a living world, you know, like it should have been. But that's being said, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.